Thank you for everything until now. I'm really grateful.
On their 25th wedding anniversary, the husband spoke kindly. And the gift he presented was a bouquet of white flowers.
I prepared a feast for Mom. Eat plenty.
The eldest daughter, who had been in the kitchen, also came over, and both wore beaming smiles. With a beloved husband of many years and a daughter they had cherished, if that smile was genuine, how happy I must have been. However, immediately afterward, I resolved to sever ties with them. No matter how painful, I had no choice but to do so. I, Candace, work freelance translating subtitles for movies, dramas, and documentaries. Perhaps my long-standing love for foreign dramas helped, as I gradually gained trust, and requests started to increase steadily. In my private life, I live with my husband, Mike, who is 3 years older and works as a company employee, and my eldest daughter. My youngest daughter Stella, who is about to turn 20, moved out to attend university, but we frequently kept in touch. Having lost my parents in an accident during childhood and being taken in by my grandparents, I had dreamed of building a happy family with everyone together. I was grateful to them, but deep down, I envied friends who had parents. Perhaps my grandparents understood how I felt. They were always kind, and I have hardly any memories of being scolded. My grandfather would always listen to my stories about school and friends, and he would take me to places I wanted to go, even amidst his busy schedule. And my grandmother would always invite me to play, saying,
"Candace, let's play together."
And we would have fun making sweets and weaving clover crowns. The only time she scolded me was when I tried to put a flower with a sweet scent in my mouth.
There's a saying that beautiful flowers are poisonous. You can't eat this white flower.
She taught me, and I still remember it clearly. Thanks to my grandparents, I never felt lonely. However, after I got married, they passed away as if to witness it. Although my dream of building a family had come true, married life with my husband was different from what I had longed for. He, a domineering husband, acted like a kind spouse in front of relatives and neighbors, but at home, he often took his frustrations out on me depending on his mood.
If you had made the house more comfortable, I wouldn't have failed at work. Marrying you was a mistake in the first place.
I'm sorry. But I'm doing what I can. What's wrong with me?
You really don't understand? You lack the attentiveness and charm of a woman.
That was how he would insult me, and when he was in a bad mood, he would ignore me. On days when work didn't go well, he would break my important things or throw things at me. For a husband who only cared about appearances, I was likely the only outlet for his frustrations. Thinking so, I endured without saying anything back. Moreover, he doted exclusively on our bright and good-looking eldest daughter Teresa. From their childhood, he was cold only to the serious and quiet youngest daughter, and when she started to cry, he would say,
"Annoying. Go away."
And when I scolded the free-spirited eldest daughter, he would shout,
"Let her do as she pleases."
Naturally, the eldest daughter loved her father, who allowed her everything. And as a result, she grew into a wasteful and spoiled child. Even after graduating high school, she did not find a job, constantly begging her parents for pocket money and idling away her time. When she ran out of money, the eldest daughter would insult me, mimicking her father.
"Hey, hurry up and give me my allowance, you old hag."
Even so, she was still my precious daughter. I believed that our relationship would improve someday, but I could never have imagined that a day would come when I would realize how naive that thought was. As time passed, it was decided that the youngest daughter would attend university on a scholarship. Since it was a school away from home, she would start living alone. I found it unbearable to be separated from my kind-hearted daughter. The days that followed felt like hell.
Hey, where's the snack? You really lack thoughtfulness.
This blouse isn't ironed. It's embarrassing to meet my friends. Hurry up.
Every day, I was treated like a housekeeper, ordered around by my husband and eldest daughter. Being separated from my emotional support, the youngest daughter, I became even more mentally strained. One day, unexpectedly, a delightful event occurred.
We're about to reach 25 years of marriage. I may have treated you harshly because of my busyness, but you've kept up well.
Returning from work, my husband spoke to me with a smile I had never seen before. His words were unimaginable coming from him, and I was bewildered.
I've also relied on a kind mother. I'm sorry for being such a spoiled daughter.
What's up with you, Teresa? The eldest daughter bowed her head and apologized. And on their 25th anniversary, they said they would celebrate as an apology. It felt like all my hardships were finally being rewarded. I had faint hopes that we could finally become a true family. However, reality was not so sweet. A few days later, after work, I returned home to hear the cheerful laughter of my husband and eldest daughter coming from the living room. They were so engrossed in conversation that they didn't even notice I had come home. Are they planning a celebration for the anniversary? While I thought that, I overheard a conversation that made me want to cover my ears. So that's what it was. Understanding everything, my body trembled with anger and shock. And I firmly resolved to punish them. A week later, the anniversary day arrived.
Candace, thank you for everything until now. I'm really grateful.
My husband, who returned home early from work, presented me with a bouquet of white flowers. And the eldest daughter, who was in the kitchen preparing, called out,
I prepared a feast for Mom. I made it with all my heart, so eat plenty.
I'll help too. It'll be ready soon, so please wait in the bedroom until it's finished.
With broad smiles on their faces. My husband, with whom I had been together for many years, and the daughter I had cherished said that to me. Normally, I should have been pleased. However, having noticed something, anger surged within me. Still, I waited in the bedroom as they asked.
The meal is ready.
Called by Teresa, I headed to the dining room, where a lavish meal was laid out. As I looked at it, I clenched my fists, forcing a smile, so they wouldn't notice. The white flowers that were in the bouquet were used in the dishes too. They're beautiful.
Ah, those are edible flowers, so you can eat them.
Exactly. They're perfect for a celebratory meal.
Seeing the two of them, perfectly in sync as if they had rehearsed, my heart went completely cold. I also have a gift for you. I'll get it, so please wait a moment. I'll eat after that. Ignoring my husband, who urged me to sit at the table quickly, I calmly announced.
Huh? What?
It's something that will make you happy.
Is it that branded watch I wanted?
My husband's eyes sparkled with excitement, completely unaware that he was about to fall into hell. When I returned to my seat with something from the bedroom, he extended both hands as if to say, "Give it to me." The sight of him completely convinced he would receive a luxury watch left me utterly dumbfounded. "I told you after the meal, didn't I?" When I said that, my husband clicked his tongue in annoyance. Then, the eldest daughter smirked and looked at me.
Mom, more than that, hurry up and eat. It must be delicious.
"Oh, didn't you taste it?"
No way. There's no way I would do that.
"Huh?" I didn't miss her hastily covering her mouth. Just then, I heard a voice from the entrance.
Who is it?
Huh, Stella?
They seemed so surprised that their eyes widened and they shouted. And it was no wonder. The youngest daughter, who had returned home after a long time, had become remarkably beautiful. She had removed her glasses for contacts, had stylish short hair, and wore fashionable clothes. In stark contrast to the eldest daughter, who had continued her lazy lifestyle, with rough skin and messy hair. "Stella, you've truly become a wonderful woman. That hairstyle and outfit suit you well." My words made the youngest daughter smile bashfully. And with a dazzling smile,
Happy anniversary.
with a warm smile, she handed me a bouquet of bright red carnations. "How beautiful. Let's display them right away." I placed the carnations in a vase, discarding the bouquet my husband gave me into the trash.
Candace, what are you doing? I got that for you.
Ignoring his furious red face and pounding fist, I calmly handed him something else. "Relax. I have a gift for you too."
What?
Opening it, he gasped. No wonder. My gift was a completed divorce application. Just then, the doorbell rang. As I opened the door, relatives streamed into the house. Mike and our older daughter, Teresa, froze in shock. One of the relatives reached to taste a dish Teresa had prepared.
No! Don't eat it!
She slapped the food from his hand, leaving everyone stunned. My husband, sweating with worry, stammered. "This dish is poisoned, and you intended it just for me, didn't you?"
What are you talking about?
"Then eat it first if you're so confident." My words silenced them, and I played a recording.
Just feed Candace the poison meal, right?
Then Teresa's laughter followed.
If it works, we'll get the $500,000 life insurance payout and live comfortably.
Mike paled. Teresa, tearing up, trembled. Relatives murmured in shock. A week before, I'd overheard them planning my murder. Under the guise of celebrating our 25th anniversary, they aimed to poison me and claim life insurance. I called Stella, my second daughter, to let her know everything.
People like them aren't my family.
Her words gave me the courage to file for divorce and gather our family, believing exposing the truth before relatives would be fitting punishment.
This is all a joke. A surprise, right?
It's just a family prank, obviously. He'd never harm you, Mom.
Even though they knew nothing about the gathering, they lied without hesitation. Then, why don't you take the first bite so everyone's at ease? As I tried to feed him, he clamped his mouth shut and backed away.
Stop! I don't want to die.
The truth was clear. You planned to take my life for money. Now, you'll pay for it.
Please, forgive me. I just got tempted.
Oh, blaming me now? It was your idea.
No, you set it all up.
Dropping to his knees, he wept for mercy as relatives looked on in disgust. From a distance, the sound of police sirens approached. Stella had discreetly alerted the authorities.
We're family, please.
I'll change. I swear.
You never valued me as family. I'll never forgive you. Unable to respond, both wept as the police led them away. Later, lab tests confirmed the flour in the food was toxic, and the recording served as evidence. The divorce was finalized. I demanded $30,000 in alimony and cut all ties with Teresa. They lost everything, including the trust of relatives, leaving them with a bleak future. I moved near Stella's university, finding peace and solitude and joy in time with my daughter. Now, I live each day fully, honoring the kindness my grandparents taught me, free to enjoy a happy life. Did you enjoy this story? Don't forget to subscribe for more. See you in the next video.